So today I took one loser and two break-even trades, all in the same setup. And it partially worked out, but not quite. So today, everything was opening inside value area here. So value area, and then inside H3, L3, then it was above CPR, but there wasn't much significance to that. I did have a high volume node ledge at 7179, and I had this low volume node zone over here that I wanted to long, even though it was inside value area, because I thought it was good level 1, and then 2, it kind of coincided with the L3 level here, but mainly because I just thought it was good level to target value area high. The other aspect of the plan was to short value area high here at 7200-ish, which was also yesterday's high, or Friday's high. So long here and short there was kind of my plan. And it kind of worked, but not really. So initially it opens above this low volume node zone, and then it comes down and comes within like, a few ticks of it. 83 and a quarter, and this is 83. So it was one tick away from where I had my zone. But again, the zone is kind of, one tick doesn't really matter that much in terms of what I see as this low volume node zone there. So it pretty much bounced off of it. It was my my thinking here. So it comes in, it's bouncing off. I see a bunch of buying imbalances come in, and I like that. So now I'm looking for a pullback back into these buying imbalances here. So it comes back in, a bunch of sellers over here. Over here I see there's this, we broke above this high volume node, then now it's coming back in to retest that. So I liked that. And then there was context of this low here making new lows, but RSI is making higher lows here. Especially that one where it pretty much came to the same level, one tick above here, but the RSI was way above. So it was an uptrending RSI, downtrending price, and I liked that. I also liked that it was forming a 2-minute delta divergence here, right there. So negative 300, but a positive candle, and then same thing on the 20 range chart here. So I was kind of flirting with it, but it actually doesn't end up as a delta divergence, but I like that 2-minute delta divergence. And also at that area, the same area where it broke above, come back to test the high volume node ledge, which was also where the buying imbalances were. So I liked it. The only problem I had was that my entry was way up here at 96, and value area high was 7200, which was my short level. So if I'm targeting 3R, it'd be 7214, which is way above everything, really. It's above all-time highs. So that was probably not the best idea, especially because it was opening inside value. I would expect that it'd be a range-bound day, not a breakout type of day. So even though I had good confirmations, my target wouldn't make sense. So I probably shouldn't have entered, honestly. But I don't know, I thought maybe it has a chance to run. So, I saw good buying imbalances come in, and then I thought it was holding at these 93s here, but passive buying was coming in, and it looked good for a little bit. A bunch of sellers come in, getting absorbed. It looks good, but the passive buyers failed to hold here, and sellers just kept coming in, and stopped me out eventually. Just a bunch of selling coming in, right at that 96 area, which becomes significant later on because I wanted it to ideally break the lows here, to form another RSI normal divergence, and also to come into my low volume node zone there. So it actually does, pretty aggressively here. And so comes into low volume node zone now, forms a delta divergence on the 20 range chart, POC at the lows, and kind of a V shape. Not too much of a solid B shape, but kind of a B shape. So I'm looking for a retest back into this little B shape area here, but it doesn't quite come all the way down, and I just enter anyways with one contract because I like that there is a delta divergence on the 20 range chart, and also the 1 minute high volume hammer here with RSI normal divergence that I wanted. So then it actually comes back after my entry, tests that B-shape area. CVD hidden divergence is forming here. Sellers still coming in, but price not breaking the lows here. I almost thought I was going to get stopped out here, but thankfully buyers held. Delta divergence started to form here on the 2 minute. A bunch of sellers over here forming another B shape. And then this 20 range candle also about to form a delta divergence. So it's kind of battling there, and I'm looking to enter another contract here if it holds. And it seems like it is holding. Delta divergence almost forms, not quite, but then it starts forming on the next candle here, and then I enter another contract here. 20 range delta divergence, I think it ends up forming. Yeah, so that ends up as a delta divergence also with the POC at the lows, and I really liked the confirmations here. So target is 3R, which is right at 7200 value area high, which is also lining up with yesterday or Friday's high, and it makes its way up there. Pretty good rally here, but it comes into 96, and then sellers start coming in again. So now it seems like the buyers, passive buyers, are holding here, but sellers just keep coming in. If you look at the CVD here, sellers keep coming in, they break the lows, and keeps breaking the lows. And it's the same thing again as last time. Goes to 96, gets rejected. Tries to hold 93s here, but sellers keep coming in. And every single rally is getting sold into. And CVD keeps breaking lows. I mean, passive buyers are trying to hold here, it seems like, but every single time there's a little rally, huge amount of sellers come in and just keep coming down. So I was at 2.5R at this point, so I put my stop at break even, and I got stopped out at break even there. Yeah, just sellers just kept coming in. Negative 1700, negative 1000, a ridiculous amount of sellers. I mean, maybe I could have had my stop or target around here at 96 where it rejected last time, but I don't know, I thought it was a decent target value area high, because that was my short level also. Overall, I thought it was a good setup here, but just couldn't break above the 96s here. And then it keeps coming down, but I see another opportunity here. So negative 1000 delta here, but candle is going upwards. And then on the 2 minute also, there was a delta divergence forming here, kind of a B shape forming there, with lots of sellers at the bottom. And another delta divergence forms here at the 2 minute. So I try it one more time here, just with one contract. Target's the same at 7200, and random huge buying comes in, leaves a bunch of zero prints. Right there. So, yep. Yeah, sudden pop and then right into about 71.98, and then it starts rejecting again. So technically, my 3R was over here at 97, which I probably should have just left my target at, but I aimed for 7200 because I thought that was the better technical level, and also I guess I was a little bit greedy here because my risk was 3 points and 3R would have been 9 points. Honestly, I should have just taken it there, but yeah, but then it goes to 99, and then was 1 point away from my target, and then it just starts bleeding out again. Same exact thing. Seems like the passive buyers are holding, but sellers just keep coming in and keep coming in and keep coming in. Every single pop is getting sold into here, and eventually I stop out at break even. So that was the day. Yeah, it rallied, but it didn't rally into my target. It's just incredibly frustrating. Second time it hit 3R, but didn't take profit at 3R. I wanted to hit this level, and then it sells off again. Just bleeds out. It's just very frustrating day.